Hi. So Elon, I think it's funny that you said that you didn't like advertising because in my eyes, a lot of your success is in your personal your public representation. Like everyone knows who you are, and if they're not entertained, if they're not endeared by your shenanigans, I mean, they're at least entertained by them.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Hack Club is about the
There should be
maker.
more shenanigans. I mean, those things. I mean, not shenanigans. You can't bat 1,000 on the shenanigans, but in general, they're pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, everyone likes them. And the maker movement is about shenanigans, but it has a much a much different public representation, right? People don't think that they can make things. And you do a lot to make, like, through your efforts in STEM education, you do a lot to make it more accessible. But people still can't think that they can't do it. So how do we, like, what advice would you give to us, like members of the maker movement, to improve the public representation of making things?
Yeah, so I think we had a slight glitch there for a while. Anyway, I thought you've got a super great point. Like a lot of people, the thing that stops them from making things or doing things is actually they're self-limiting, and they realize that they're actually capable of much more. Like it's like you got to try. And believe in yourself and try, and people can do way more than they think. I'm actually kind of more, in fact, more worried about like the sort of physical making of things, because I think we're getting kind of disconnected from physicality and from the world of atoms. And like a lot of people say, like, where does the ketchup come from? It doesn't come from the store. It comes from the ketchup factory, and it's quite hard. And you have to figure out how to do manufacturing and supply chain and all that sort of stuff. In fact, I think manufacturing is really underrated. It's pretty great, and there's a lot of potential for innovation, and it's just a good thing to do. I think we should put more weight on manufacturing and production and making of physical things. And like often people think manufacturing is just like making copies of something, and it's actually no, it's making the machine that makes the machine, and it's really interesting, and there's a tremendous amount of innovation and creativity as possible in that. I'm out here in Boca Chica, Texas, with this Scholarship Production Complex, and by far the hard thing is making the production system. So we've obviously we've blown up a bunch of prototypes, and we've got serial number 4 now. We're going to hopefully pressure test that tomorrow. But the thing that's really hard is the production system, and it's like really hard. People are really working, really talented team here, working very hard, and then that's what's the actual hard thing is. So it's like, I'd say like designing it is a rocket is like 1x hard, then building one of it is 10x, and building the production system is at least 100x, possibly 1,000x. Yeah. Just to give you some order of magnitude of difficulty. But I love the maker movement, and it's just like, it's very satisfying. Whether you're making something big or small, like whether making cars or cookies. Honestly, those great stuff. I love cookies actually.